Good day, friends. This is a voice-only video because a face is just a distraction. And quickly, first of all, thank you for being here. Your presence is very much appreciated. If the content will be of your liking, please consider giving us a like and subscribing. Today's topic is, does parenting ever end? The shortest possible answer is yes. Parenting has to end. For the good of our children, we must make way for their personas to emerge. What never ends is us being parents. Let us elaborate further. Parenting is the nurturing of the young ones until they can go about living their own ways by implementing the skill set we have taught them. In this setting, we will not dwell on the different parenting styles as permissive, authoritative, authoritarian, absent, distant, or plainly uninvolved. The focus will be to evaluate when to stop parenting and evolve into parents. When is it time to move from an active verb to a passive noun? Parenting, becoming a parent. This means that, as a wider explanation, parents are only good for the kids until they require our presence. The key here is they, not us, they. One extra day past the due date is actually toxic rather than beneficial. Parents can and need to be a blessing in a child's life. But as the development of our kids progresses, that blessing begins to be contaminated by the toxicity of overbearing. As time passes, the level of toxicity grows more and more as the advantages of the blessings inversely evolve. It is quite obvious that for the long-term well-being of our descendants, our limited presence in the early years of our kids' life is far less detrimental compared to our overbearing presence later in life. This is to say that if I allow my infant child too much freedom, I will cause far less damage to the adult in comparison to constantly interfering in the decision-making process of grown teenagers. You cannot correct parenting mistakes made early in a child's life by intervening with the same teenager 15 years later. Not only will you not correct early life miscalculations, but you will also actually compound the issues already affecting your child's development. Do we allow our kids to really find out what they want? Do we allow them to freely express their true desires without raising that ever judgmental eyebrow? Have they been given the chance to know themselves, to look at themselves without having to look through the distorted lenses of their parents' glasses? In an ideal setting, we, the parents, should solely concentrate on the supply of a set of skills, a toolbox to say, that can equip our kids with all that is needed to navigate their life. A compass of moral values could also come in handy. A major drawback is that parents do not seem to remember the impact that their parents had on them. Otherwise, we probably would be doing the exact opposite of what was done to us, instead of perpetrating the mistakes that we feel were inflicted on us. This said, let us not forget that parenting is dedicated to children, and being a parent is for adult sons and daughters. It is all about providing safety, love, protection, encouragement, and kindness, all paired with boundaries, limits, and consequences. Let us learn and teach that there is a time and place for each moment in life, for each of the above ingredients. While setting boundaries for a toddler is crucial, doing the same for an adult children is at best unhelpful. Remember that the sole scope is to grow happy and fulfilled while still balanced individuals. The rest is unnecessary, especially if the other motives are linked to the needs of a parent who desires to cast all their broken dreams on their children. The goal is and should always be to make sure that our kids grow and develop into adulthood. They will be better adjusted to and better at making their way into the world as independent and self-reliant individuals. This said, let the small child make all the decisions possible without risking anything, like choosing their clothes from their closets, what to eat from what is available to the family, and so on. You set the perimeter of what is allowed and what is not. But past that, you leave that child all the freedom of choice. This will help that child become a full functioning adult, capable of taking decisions in complete autonomy. Failure to do this will lead to indecisive kids and over-intrusive parents, both of which are a recipe for disaster. This clearly spells out that unless there are medical disabilities, as soon as you have adult children, it is time to transition to being a parent and stop parenting. Transform into a caring and loving, from a distance, mom and dad. The new relationship that has formed implies the need for the parents to not share their personal views and opinions. If our adult children only require advice or solicit suggestions, but to be willing to offer parental guidance, not 1 inch more than what is requested from us. Otherwise, love and support unconditionally. Peace. This is Mentor, Motivate, Inspire, and that is all I have for you today. Thank you. If you appreciate this channel, please consider pressing the like button, subscribing, and maybe sharing with a friend.